Skill in Interview Reducing Confirmation Bias by Martin B. Powell, Carol H. Hughes Scholes, and Stephanie J. Sherman at Deakin University School of Psychology conducted a study on the impact of confirmation bias in interviewing. The study focused on the interview skill level of previous affect the outcome of the interview. The study found the interview had a strong communication skills by asking open-ended questions, and it led to asking questions based on the knowledge known. The study's environment was controlled by the interviewers having questions ready to ask the participants about a. The study had two possible limitations, like limited scope of question type of examined and uncertainty of interviewers' beliefs. The first limitation is based on the researchers' question that focused on yes, no leading questions. Without considering other types of leading questions, the researcher conducted in the past indicated other leading questions formats were rarely used and thus could not be statistically analyzed. The limitations tells the findings may not capture the full range of questioning behaviors by interviewers. It was found that good and poor interviewers tend to ask leading questions, indicating a widespread issue in interview practices. The study's second possible limitation, such as uncertainty regarding interviewers' beliefs. The second limitation concerns the lack of insight into the interviewer's beliefs about the events they were investigating. The study found that without understanding these beliefs, it is difficult to determine if interviewers' questioning is affected by any biases interviews they had previously. The possibilities in the study is interviewers unconsciously find specific information tying to previous thoughts of bias in the interview. The second recognizes that even if they had attempted to assess this bias, it might have remained unacknowledged by the interviewers themselves. This limitation is significantly because it suggests that interviewer biases could impact the way they formulate questions and the quality and accuracy of the information gathered from witnesses. The study of leading questions and interviewer bias, a complete study of leading question types and the influence of interviewers' beliefs. The study wants to understand questioning behaviors in interviews by examining a broad range of leading question types, assessing the subconscious beliefs of interviewers, and understanding their potential impact. Sample size, 100 people. Groups, 50 professional interviewers from a human resource department. Other group, 50 people who have no experience in interviewing. Demographic, participants will be matched by age, gender, and educational background. Methods, questionnaire design. A comprehensive questionnaire that includes various types of leading questions beyond yes or no formats. Questions like, a customer is upset about a transaction, how would you go about the situation? Questions like, what previous experience do you have in customer service and how does this tie with this position? Experimental interviews. Experimental interviews where interviewers engage with actors portraying witnesses and predefined narratives. Interviewers will employ open, closed, and very leading questions while participants act out specific scenarios. Analysis of questioning behaviors. Record and analyze the type of questions asked by interviewers. Bias assessment. Utilize implicated associated tests, gauge unconscious bias of interviewers. Conduct interviewer post-experiment to allow interviewers to follow and reflect on their questionnaire techniques and perceived biases. Measures. Question type. Develop a exhaustive clarification system for identifying and coding leading questions based on empirical research. Bias indicators. Use survey items and qualitative feedback to identify potential cognitive biases. Scores will be derived from implicated associate. Expect to find influence of interviewer bias. Expect to find correlation between interviewer biases, the type of questions asked, implications for training, finding, and expected to highlight the necessary for specialized training programs tailored to combat